All right, it's Tim's favorite track, the Dutch Grand Prix,
Why is it my
Zandvoort.
favorite track?
It's definitely not his favorite track. So Tim just spent the last 10 minutes before we started recording here telling us how flippin' hard this track is.
This track is very hard.
And you know, the sad thing is that it is actually apparently going away. You know, we've got this year, we've got next year guaranteed, but the word is 2027, it will be gone. And it is one of the more fun tracks to watch, I think. Just maybe, you see? There you go. There's Tim's in the dirt. All right.
Oh my God.
Listen, if Franco Colapinto can be safe, so can you.
Oh, he crashed.
I know.
Well, I mean, like we're recording this a couple days after he crashed during the Pirelli tire test. But yeah.
But the word is that he's safe. He's safe. So as we start back up at the Dutch Grand Prix, Franco Colapinto will be in an Alpine. I think there's a lot of Jack Doohan fans out there going, hey.
Oh, exactly. Where's my guy?
What's happening here?
Seats?
Exactly. But, you know, that is kind of the way it goes. So, listen, let's talk about the Dutch Grand Prix, which is every year always loaded with Max Verstappen fans.
Ik van hun koffie.
Yeah.
I think I said that wrong.
What does that even mean?
I think it means I like coffee, but
okay.
I could be totally wrong.
Right.
We actually have a lot of Dutch listeners.
Do we really?
I'm probably going to get roasted.
Lucky us. Lucky us. So, yeah. No, I love. Do you have any more?
That's all
any more Dutch gems?
That's it. That's all. I literally had to research that. Siri gave it to me on my way in today.
There's a famous tweet from a Dutch politician, and it says, "Ich bin have in problem" or something like that. Hebben in problem or something like that. I'm like, that's the only Dutch I know. And my wife's last name, which is Green in Dutch. So for those of us or Dutch listeners, you know my wife's last name. So here's the deal. This Grand Prix is going to be really interesting. The last time, and this is kind of fitting with the Dutch and the Italian Grand Prix back to back here. The last time Max Verstappen was lapped in a race.
Was it here?
No, it was not here. It was at
hasn't
Monza. But that's coming up.
Hasn't he owned this race?
He has owned this race.
Yeah.
The last time he was lapped in a Formula One race, can you name the year, Tim?
This year.
This is hard.
And was it Hungary?
Well, half the grid was Hungary. But no, the last time Max Verstappen was lapped in a race, Monza, 2017.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, so like...
What a stat.
When he's not doing well, it's like, oh man, the world's over. But you forget just how unbelievable a driver he is. And, you know, I wonder about his car at this track, because obviously this is an important race for him to win. I think Belgium, and I think this one, obviously he wants to win, and, you know, the Red Bull ring for the team. But, you know, what does Red Bull's car look to be around this track? Oh, here we go, into the wall.
God, that would have been a massive shunt in real life.
Yeah. I'm okay.
I'm
okay.
The only reason there is a Dutch Grand Prix is because of Max Verstappen.
Right.
Like, let's be honest here, right? If it wasn't for Max, like this, I mean, the track would exist, but I mean,
probably would be hosting Formula One races.
Yeah, no, there's no way. I mean, that's one of the reasons why. Well, the reason they came back here was because
he was so good.
Yeah, because of Max, right? Like they knew they would get a good turnout for it, get lots of fans of the circuit. I'm really excited to go to this race because you know, a friend of the show, Nelson Vulkenberg,
who we love. Hi, Nelson.
He just explains that this track is just like a massive party. That's all it is.
Okay. I was wondering about that. I was going to ask you, because the Max Verstappen fans, obviously, they come out in full force and that sort of thing. What is it like to be near one of their grandstands?
Oh, like the Dutch grandstand?
Yeah, well, just
man,
even
those
like,
guys are wild.
They are wild. Okay. Yeah, because like Dutch fans are known for their partying at sporting events and that sort of thing. But like, what is it like at a Formula One race? Because we could see it in soccer and in other sports, but this one is like, this is kind of special.
You know what? I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be like here. Like, I've heard great things about this race in terms of its atmosphere and the fans, and everybody really comes out for it, puts on a good show. It is really hard to drive this track and like talk, like I'm not just and like do something that's like half decent. Like, this is a very, very challenging racetrack.
I love for Tim that it's always on the line, like every lap he's living and dying by. Now, the one thing I will say,
well,
and maybe I'm
look
tempting
like
fate.
An idiot in front of the world, but unfortunately, I have looked like a huge idiot over like all of these races.
Tim's already saying like, I'm going to come into this winter, I'm going to practice, which I love. I love that competitive spirit. Like I'm doing some YouTube videos, but I must practice. I must be great.
Well, you know.
Now with this course, what is it that makes it so challenging? Obviously, we love this bend right here. That is very race car like that. You know, up on the side of the hill and stuck to it. And
that one's called Tarzan.
Yeah.
There's one of them that's like called Tarzan. I can't remember which one it is though. I've never driven this track before, except for what people are seeing right now.
Yeah, look at this. Look at you putting in best laps. You beat your 50,000th in the world.
Oh my gosh!
Look at you. Look at you.
Look at me.
Yeah. What is it? Do you think that that makes this track so challenging?
Adam, it's like this. It feels like threading a needle at like 200 miles an hour. And it feels like if I get one little thing, like this could probably be way faster, I just don't know how to tackle it just yet. Mm-hmm. And it's quite complex. Like, it feels like when I'm doing certain things with the car, like I know there's no flow to it, mm-hmm. which means I'm doing something wrong. And the car doesn't feel good, like it doesn't mm-hmm. feel natural. And it's sort of like the slower you go, the more alien like the car feels.
Oh, really?
But
okay.
it's like once you start to find the little tricks to the track mm-hmm. in a way, then the track starts to feel a little bit better and the car starts to feel a little bit better. But they're really small details. Like I can't use this curb, which I'm just starting to notice. And then through here, it's like this I think should be fifth gear, but I don't know. But if I use this curb, it pulls me away from the racing line.
Right.
So it's a really small window to kind of get the car into the right spot where I can nail the throttle, be fast, all that kind of stuff in the turn. It's really hard to explain, but so it's how I feel.
No, I'm understanding you. And listen, 4 clean laps in a row, by the way. Let's just throw that out there. Good for you.
For here, like I find like braking really hard.
This is corner 1.
Around third gear, and then powering out of the corner. But again, staying away from this curb. Because it's very like serrated, I'm starting to notice. It
pulls you off the track?
Yeah, it pulls you off the track. Here it's like, okay, is this 6th gear and then down into 3rd or is it 2nd? Like I'm still trying to figure the gearing out for here. And then it's like flat out. This is all easy.
Yep.
This is easy. This is easy. This here is where it's like, okay, when do I turn in? And I'm starting to notice there's like a road mm-hmm. back there. And I just started using it as a reference as when to turn the car in. Mm-hmm. But it's before that, it's the trajectory going up the hill. It's kind of like, okay, do I need to put the car more over onto the right? Mm-hmm. So when I crest the hill, I know that road is going to be there as a reference to turn.
So would you say it's more low speed or medium speed corners?
Oh, this is all really fast stuff.
Fast corner.
This is very, very fast.
I was watching a clip with David Coulthard, and he was on somebody else's podcast, and he was saying, he's like, you know, in low speed corners, he's like, I was a killer. I was awesome. And he's like, but in medium speed, I could just never fully get the car where I wanted to go in comparison to some of my rivals. And I wonder how a guy like that, who races like that, would do at a track like this.
Yeah, you can find out very well. I mean, the thing is that you have to have confidence in when you put the car into the corner. So mm-hmm. like something that's really high speed. This section is like a medium speed, but it's like, you gotta, you know, really hit the brake and then turn the car. But as you're turning it, there's a massive amount of weight transfer going from right to left.
Right.
And you're really asking a lot from the left rear tire. And if you're not really confident that the car is gonna like stick, mm-hmm. it's a feeling that you kind of get where you're not fully committed. So you're losing time.
Right.
If you're not fully committed. So something like this would be Coulthard's bag, right? Really heavy braking.
Yes.
Nice and slow, getting back on the power, nice and clean coming out of here. Something like this may give him a little bit more of a challenge because it's off camber when you're coming in as well. Mm-hmm. It's quick, but this next section would give him a lot of difficulty. So when you're coming up to this turn here, I'm starting to notice that like you kind of want to straight line this a bit. Mm-hmm. And you want to be about 7th gear, and like having the car here compared to having it a little bit more over on the left is going to compromise you for that downhill really fast, like right-hander, what I'm noticing anyways.
Yep.
So something like this would probably give Coulthard a lot of difficulty to trust the car that it's going to stick, because I was using this road here as a reference for when I turn in.
Okay.
So like I'm not taking the car that far. However, I am going to use it to position the car so I only have to turn the wheel in once, and it's 7th gear, it's flat out. But you're asking a lot of that left side of the car, that left rear tire.
Yes.
And again,
I can see how.
For here as well, it's like, okay, is this
by
flat
American
out,
Express
is
sign?
this flat out too? Like this whole section, like I'm still trying to learn and judge it. And again, we've only done like 6 laps. So it's trying to pick out those little nuances with this track. And what makes it so tough is because it's very unforgiving. You make a little bit of a mistake and you're going to crash the race car.
Right.
And I think this track, Adam, is a really good example of just how good these drivers are.
Well, and I was going to ask you because obviously, as we wrap up the sim here, we are coming off a bit of a weird race in Hungary where you got like double points finishes from Aston Martin. Who do you expect to do well here? Obviously, you would expect a McLaren, you would expect Ferrari, that sort of thing. But who unexpectedly will do well here?
I think we could see. We could see Aston Martin, I think, do well again here.
Really? Just because of the cornering?
I think so. I mean, we'll see. But again, we'll know more when the cars get on the track. But again, like McLaren's going to be fast, right?
Mm-hmm. Always.
Like we know that.
Perpetually.
I would be curious to see how Red Bull does here. And obviously, this is Max's track, but I don't know, Adam. I think it could be a difficult race for Max this weekend.
Right.
For the likes of like Mercedes, they may struggle. I'll be interested to see what Ferrari can do because I think Ferrari could be pretty quick here.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll be finding out, I guess, very, very soon. Back from the summer break, officially, it's Nailing the Apex. And there's Tim. Not quite nailing the Apex. Didn't quite nail the Apex.